Hello, we are here today, well, I'm here with my husband, just so you know who's here, and Noodles, one of our cats. Hi Noodles. Here just to try out some of the items we got in the summer 2015 Red Pawpaw subscription box. So if you haven't watched that video, I'll put a link to that down below, so check that one out so you can see everything that was in the box. This is just a small handful of things. Noodles is trying to lay down on everything, but that's okay. So we're just going to go through and, yeah, each basically try a little bit of this, see what we like and what we don't.
Alright, let's go for...
Let's crack off with these. I'm pretty sure we've had a variety of these, which is why I want to do these first. I don't know if it's oats and honey or not, but we didn't like the ones we had.
They were okay, but they were just really, really dry.
Yeah, so it's Nature Valley Crunchy, 2 bars in the pack. Oats and honey. I think there's others, but again, I'm not really sure what flavour we had, which is why I want to jump off with those, Nathan. Alright, so as I said on the front, 2 bars, and they're kind of flaky, so if you knock them, I don't know whether you can see, there's a whole pile of crumbs.
Eat with a plate and don't eat on carpet.
Yes, exactly. And I wouldn't give them to kids, like young kids, because they'll flake off in their mouth. I can't even... And they just sort of come apart. Yeah, quite dry. Let's give them a go.
Sort of like those, but...
I don't think... I'm thinking now that I've eaten that, that the oat and honey ones are not the ones we had.
I don't know which ones we had.
And they're not bad. They've got a sweeter flavour than I remember the other ones having.
You probably can't see, but there's a whole bunch of, like, sugar that sort of just dropped on the table when we cracked it, so...
Maybe that's why they taste okay. Alright, so what did you want to try next? Because
Let's go for the crackers.
So this is a sample size pack. Fantastic makes a lot of crackers. Hang on. They're thinner bite ones, so they are quite thin and crispy.
30% thinner, as they say.
Yes. These are the black rice ones, which we've never had, and the sesame flavour of those. So,
Yep.
I don't know whether maybe those are new, the variety, or not. But I like Fantastic's other flavours and varieties, so I don't see why we wouldn't enjoy these.
There you go, they're chocolate coloured.
So they are black, of course, black rice, and you can see, if you look at it up close, little sesame seeds.
You can actually smell the sesame seeds on them. So they're very faint, but
they do actually smell like that.
I mean, if you had...
I like that. I'm going to have the rest of it.
If you had like cheese on it or salmon or you put it in a dip, they'd be almost like indistinguishable from like a full sort of size cracker and all that. So if you want like a healthier option or something with a bit of flavour, just a plain one.
I actually really like that. I think probably more than you do. I think that's got a nicer flavour than the plain ones. I'm going to look for those at the supermarket. Yum.
You got suckered into their marketing with good taste.
I did. See, this is why I get this box, so I can buy more things. Alright. Let's...
Well, you can pick next.
Go... This. I'm not looking forward to this.
Now, I remember, I'm pretty sure the brand Sipahh was on one of those Australian shows, The Great Inventors or something. Basically, it was a show where people went on, showed their inventions, and then they sort of progressed through to like the last round over a couple of weeks, and whoever won their invention was funded. And this was one of the winners. And, yeah, they've got many more flavours now. So this is...
this is actually a Christmas variety, Chrismint.
The festive flavour of candy cane.
Yum. If you've watched my candy cane Tic Tac video, you'll know I don't like mint, so this is going to be fun. But check that video out as well. It just went up last couple of days. Yeah, so if you don't know what a sipahh is...
Well, how do we open it and show them?
Yeah, so it's basically a straw with what flavour
Flavour beads, sorry.
bits in them.
So you got there, and they've got like a little filter in there where you put into a liquid, generally milk, and when the milk passes up through the straw, it actually flavours the milk.
And look what we've got here. Milk! So you just pop that straight in. Are we meant to let it sit there? I'm not sure.
You just drink it straight through.
Just drink it. Alright, well, you can have the first sip because you like mint. How is it?
That's really nice.
And what about, the mint flavour? Is it?
It's not straight mint. It's sort of a creamy, sort of subdued mint, like a candy cane. They've actually done a really good job capturing the flavour.
Okay, well, I'll give it a go. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's a lot milder than a candy cane, but it does specifically taste like a candy cane. And again, if you haven't watched the candy cane Tic Tac video, check that out. I'll put a link for that down below as well. But that one was kind of the same. It really did taste like candy cane rather than just general kind of mint.
I really like these Sipahhs, but being lactose intolerant...
you shouldn't have even had that.
No, so they're actually really good. And they're, I mean, more milk, less sugar for Xmas. So I think they're touting themselves as a more healthy alternative to something like Nesquik or Milo powder. So.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're probably not that healthy if you think about it. But... you know, whatever.
Yeah, so I'd recommend it if you sort of like a lighter mint and candy cane.
Okay, we'll pop that over there.
Shall I pick next?
Sure,
Well,
go for it.
Let's go for the hazelnut spread.
Okay, so...
this is, I think Kraft recently brought out a whole bunch of... was it Kraft brought out a whole bunch of like different nut spreads apart from peanut butter?
I'm not sure. I don't really eat a lot of this type of thing.
Hazelnut spread. I imagine it's going to be very similar to Nutella.
Except, as you pointed out in the opening video, it's crunchy.
Which Nutella's smooth.
And Nutella is smooth. So, yeah, for anyone who hasn't had Nutella, it's basically a chocolate hazelnut spread.
And I'm not a big fan of hazelnuts, so this should be good.
And we don't really eat Nutella.
Yeah. Alright, let's just...
yeah, we're just going to try it on a spoon each today. But you can put this on a lot of different things. I mean, the packaging suggests choc hazelnut fruit skewers. You can have it on, like, toast or
Smells
bread.
like Nutella.
Yeah? Let me have a smell. Yeah, it does. It's just basically a chocolatey kind of
Alright, so
smell.
let's get a little spoon. It's nice and soft.
Well, it shouldn't be. It should be crunchy. You can see the little crunchy pieces in there.
Now, I prefer my peanut butter and things like this crunchy, so... That's quite nice, but I mean...
I feel like that's a little bit milder than Nutella.
Yeah.
Is that my imagination? Or?
No. It's not quite as sort of, wow, this is like chocolate. No.
See, I could see maybe eating this.
Yeah.
But I find that Nutella is too
Leave that sickly
strong.
sort of sweet in your mouth.
It's too overpowering. For me, anyway. I mean, a lot of people love it. But
then again, Australians like Vegemite, so...
I like Vegemite too. Well, I am an Aussie, so, you know.
Oi, oi, oi. Yeah.
Alright, well, that's not bad. Hang on.
If you want something that's a bit sort of less in-your-face sweetness-wise, it's probably a goer.
Yeah, go with that. Alright, well, I think we'll go with the other sort of breakfast type item.
Belvita breakfast.
It might be Vita, like as in vitamins,
Belvita.
or
Yeah.
maybe.
So basically, they're touting themselves as sort of a breakfast on the go.
Well, if you have a look at the front, they say it's a slow release of carbohydrates, so the idea is to keep you going all morning if you can't sit down and have a whole sort of breakfast. Oh, just before you open it, sorry, you got your thumb over the variety. This is the muesli one. There are different ones. There's, I think, like a fruit one or a sultana one, and things like that.
Just like an oat one.
Yeah. I've had some of these, I'm pretty sure, but not the muesli ones. So
I found them to be a bit sort of, after a while, I couldn't stomach them anymore. They sort of got a bit on my nerves, so...
They are actually surprisingly filling, even though you'll see they're not actually that big. So I didn't mind them. Again, they can be a little bit dry, so I do recommend having, your morning coffee or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
You can see sort of
sultanas
and things, and that one. I don't seem to have any. Let's give it a go.
You can really taste the orange.
You really can. Yeah, so on the packaging there with the flavour, they've got the orange and grapes and sort of sultanas, and yeah, the orange in those ones is really strong.
I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that.
No, I don't like that flavour at all.
If it was just muesli with, like, the grains and grapes and sultanas and all that, but the orange just overpowers it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd eat those. I'll probably eat them because we've got the box, but that's not really saying much, is it? I wouldn't buy them. So
should we get on to the last tasty thing?
Yeah, so last one. You'll remember if you have watched the Red Pawpaw unboxing, there were 2 of these. We're just going to try the one today. So the other one was a white chocolate and strawberry, and this one is Darrel Lea branded Choc licorice sticks. Now what they are is basically a stick of licorice that has chocolate in the middle. You can kind of see from that picture.
Who would have thunk it?
The Darrel Lea licorice is really, really nice.
especially if you get it freshly made.
True.
Because they used to, I don't know if they still do, but you used to be able to go into like Darrell Lea stores when they existed, and you could go in and buy like freshly made licorice, and it was like nice and soft and
just the smell. If you like licorice, you'd walk in and you just got hit with that licorice smell. It was really, really nice.
I mean, the pre-packaged ones are okay, but not nearly as nice as the fresh ones were.
They do still make really good licorice compared to some of the cheaper brands. They're not usually cheap. Although these, I think, are only about $1 or
so about as much as like a regular chocolate bar or something.
That's in Australia. No idea what they would be anywhere else.
If you can even get them anywhere else, because Darrell Lea was an Australian company.
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. Anyway, so it's kind of a spiral licorice stick. It's quite long. Fills up the whole sort of width of the camera view there.
Just shut up and put it in your mouth.
Hang on. And there at the end is that chocolate.
Come on,
that runs
Laura.
all the way through.
I need my licorice fix.
You don't even like licorice.
I know.
I think you're going to have to bite that. I'm not going to be able to...
Alright, let's take a bite, one on each end, huh?
I can... Just that smell. It's beautiful, fresh licorice.
The good thing about this is sometimes the licorice and aniseedy taste can be really overpowering, but the smoothness of the chocolate sort of takes away some of that, so it's actually...
That's really nice. It's a nice licorice with a nice sort of chocolate flavour through the middle.
Licorice whip.
I mean, I don't eat a lot of licorice, but when I do,
Alright, so
I definitely
I'm just going to have a bite of my licorice.
Oh god, don't do that. Alright, well, that's everything that we're tasting for today's video. Next month, so that'll be in the new year, 2016, I'll be trying one of those soup bases, if you watched the unboxing, and also that coconut flour as well, so make sure you check back, subscribe maybe, so that you don't miss out, or give me a thumbs up below if you enjoyed watching this. Bye!
Bye-bye!